Hey guys, I'm Katie, and in this video I will be doing the So You Think You Can Dance tour experience tag. So if you follow me on Twitter, you know how much of a struggle this video was to make for me. I filmed it like 5 times before this time, so this is like my 6th time filming. Then I uploaded it to I tried to upload it to YouTube night before last, and it took 26 hours to upload. I'm not even joking. And then it got copyrighted, so the audio was off of it, and I couldn't edit it because I deleted the video off of my phone, so I'm refilming it again. So yeah, I'm getting really annoyed, but this is what you call dedication. Let's get started. The first question is, what was your tour stop? I went to 2 shows, so I will be addressing both of them whenever I talk. I went to the show on November 30th, 2014 in Pensacola, Florida at the Sanger Theater, and then I also went to the show December 5th, 2014 at the Alabama Theater in Birmingham, Alabama. I just said Alabama really weird. Second question is, what were your 2 favorite group dances? Take Me to the River and either the finale Shake It Off or the Heaven group piece. Number 3 favorite dances, Dirty Diana with Carly and Rudy, My Immortal with the top 7 girls, and then either Love Runs Out or Take It Easy with Carly and Rudy. I can't pick between them. Number 4, favorite girl, Carly. Anyone who knows me knows that she's my favorite person ever, and I just love her. She's perfect and amazing, and she's my favorite person. 5th question, favorite guy, Caity. I fell in love with him after tour, not like in a weird way, but he's amazing, and his turns, he can turn for days, he's a beautiful dancer, and his leaps, oh my goodness, they're amazing. So yeah. 6, what merchandise did you get? Okay, so I'm So You Think You Can Dance AF. So yeah, this is what I got with the meet and greet package. It came with a lanyard, I got Carly to sign it, and then that's the back. And then it came with this bag. And then it came with this water bottle. Why is it green? I don't know, but it's green, and it really bothers me because all of their other merchandise is like purple, and this is just randomly green. And then I also got, well, obviously this shirt, like, I'm gonna go ahead and say that, and a poster, the top 10 poster. And I got this bracelet, and then this program that's literally falling apart. Hey Nigel, what's up? And then I got these flannel pajama pants that I'm obsessed with. It says So You Think You Can Dance down the side. And then this hoodie. Ugh, I can't get it. Which I'm also obsessed with. It's like the only thing I wear. Not really. And then I don't know if I already showed this. I don't think I did. But this tank top. So yeah, that's what I got. The 7th question is, what did you wear? And for my first show, this is what I wore. It's like a reddish multicolored romper. I know it looks like a dress. Everyone asks me if it's a dress. No, it's not. I wouldn't wear it if it was a dress because it's really short. And then at my second show, this is what I wore. I totally regret not bringing a sweater because it was freezing. Like, the low was like 65. It ended up being like 40 degrees out that night, and it was so cold, and I had to wait outside for like an hour before the show, so it was awful. The 8th question is, did you meet the dancers? And yes, I did. I will be explaining that because people asked me to go in depth on like what happened and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with my first show. So I got there at like 1:30, and that's like 3 hours before meet and greet because it started, or we were supposed to be there at 4:30. So I was walking around and I was taking pictures in front of the buses, and that was kind of creepy. And anyway, because they were in there, and I didn't know they were in there, but they were in there because I like saw them get out and stuff. But anyway, I walk like back, and Amelia and Marquette are getting out of the buses, and I'm like, oh my god. So I kind of like speed up, and then as I'm rounding the corner, I see Bridget, and it didn't even like hit me at first, and then I was like, oh my goodness, that was Bridget. At 4:30 they let us in, and they like scanned our tickets and stuff, and then we went through a line and got our badges and stuff that came with meet and greet. And then I went and charged my phone. Like, I sat in this corner and charged my phone, and at like 5 o'clock I was like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and the next thing I know, my mom comes running into the bathroom and is like, Katie, we gotta go. And this is while I'm in the bathroom. Like, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but yeah, so I like run out of the bathroom, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not prepared, like, I'm freaking out. And so we go upstairs, and fun fact, I've actually had a competition at the same place that the show was at that night, and the place where I met the dancers was where my dressing room was. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So we walk in and I'm totally freaking out, and looking back on it, it was kind of embarrassing, but it's all good. So we walk in and this is how it's set up. Here's like the backdrop that the dancers stand in front of for you to take your group picture, and then they have chairs lining the other wall. So I was one of the last people to like get the group picture. And then the lady comes in and she's like explaining to us what's gonna happen, and I'm like freaking out, so I don't really remember anything. All I remember is her saying that if you want like a certain dancer by you to call them over. So yeah, after that the dancers come in, and I'm gonna insert a video of that right now because people have been asking me to. They're coming in.
I can't do this. Oh my god, Jessica. I can't do this. Oh my god, this is not happening right now.
So yeah, as you could tell, I was like totally freaking out. I was going crazy. Luckily, I wasn't like that whenever I actually met them. Everyone goes up to get their group picture, and it was really fun, and Rudy was being so loud, and it was great. It was so funny. And so I go up, and I'm like, okay, I want Carly by me, and I want Rudy by me. So they come by me, and we took our picture, and it turned out really cute. Like, I love our picture. And then we took a funny picture. We ended up doing a thug pose. And after that, I went back and sat back down, and then kind of like recollected myself. And then all the dancers like spread out, and first person I went to was obviously Carly, and she's talking to someone. But once she was done talking with them, she turns around and she's like, "Hi, Caity," and gives me this huge hug. And she like totally recognized me by name. I didn't know at first if she knew me by name, but I went back and looked at the video, and I'm like 100% sure that she said Caity, like she said my name. I mean, she's like, "Are you excited for the show?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been waiting for this since like August." She's like, "Yeah, I know, I saw your countdown on Twitter," because she follows me on Twitter. And I was like, "Oh my goodness." And then I give her this present that I made her, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I saw that you were doing this on Twitter, and I've been really excited for it." And she gives me this huge hug, and then she sits her present down, and she like looks at me, she says, "You're really pretty," and I'm like, "Just stop talking, like you're killing me right now." But that was like so sweet of her. And we talked about the tour, and I don't remember her exact there's like a red spot on my neck. And she's like, "Everyone's been tweeting me saying you're gonna meet me today," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, like all of my friends were tweeting her," and it's kind of funny. But yeah, so we talked for like 5 minutes, and then I went and I was like, okay, I want to meet all the other dancers too. So I went to Bridget, and I gave her this message from Anna Catherine. "Hey girl, shout out to you." And I told her about how I competed on that stage before. She's like, "Yeah, I love this stage, or I love this theater so much, it's so pretty." So yeah, then I went to Emily, and Emily's so sweet, and she recognized me too. She was like, "You're from Twitter, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "I knew you were coming tonight, I saw it all over Twitter." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, like what?" So we got a picture and stuff. Then I went to Jackie, and I FaceTimed my friend Georgia, so shout out to you too, girl, hey. So after that, she like recognized me. She's like, "Wait, you're from Twitter, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh my goodness, I knew you were meeting us today. Like, I saw it on Twitter." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, what?" So yeah, after that I went to Rudy, and after that I met Marquette, and he was really cool, and he was kind of quiet. I don't know. Everyone told me he was like really funny, but he was quiet at my show. So after that, I went to Ricky, but I didn't feel like waiting in line because it was like a super long line, and I saw Carly over there by herself, and I know that like if the dancers are by themselves, they'll like leave, so I was like, So I went over there and talked to her, and she was like, "I looked at the present, and it's so awesome, like thank you so much. My parents were going to make one for me, but we never had the time to and stuff." And then Casey comes over, and he's like, "This scrapbook is so awesome," and I'm like, "Thank you, like what?" We talked for a few more minutes. I don't remember what we talked about that time. And then after that, I went to Casey, and I got a picture with him, and he's like one of my favorite guys, and he's awesome. I love meeting him. And then I went to Emilio, and he's one of the nicest people I've ever met. I'm not joking. He made you feel so comfortable, and he was just really, really nice. And then I went to Zach and Teddy, and they were sitting on the floor, so I sat like in between them, and then I saw Emily come up and I was like, come on girl, like come sit down, and she's like, okay. So she came over and sat down. I got a picture with them and they were really cool. And then I went to Ricky and I got a picture with him and he was really nice. And after that we all went back downstairs and I was freaking out, and I had already tweeted Carly like the picture of us saying thank you and stuff, and then she tweeted me right back. Like I didn't even know because my phone was on airplane mode, so I didn't see it, and then I turned my phone off of airplane mode and I saw it and I was like, I'm dead. Like I was dying. And I was in the auditorium and I was freaking out. Like people were looking at me like I needed to be in a mental asylum. I'm not joking. I was freaking out. So the show was supposed to start at like 7. That was whenever it was supposed to start. But they didn't even let us into the theater until 6:45. So they were running 15 minutes behind and the show started at 7:15. Well, the opening number, and if y'all been, you already know, it's Dr. Jazz, and that's like with all of the dancers. Okay, so after Dr. Jazz is Emilio's solo, and then right after that is the Top 7 Girls dance. And that dance, if you've seen it, it's definitely one of those really touching dances, and I don't know, like I guess like everything hit me right then, I guess, and I started crying. I'm not an emotional person. Like I say, oh, I'm so, like I'm crying or whatever, and I act like I'm emotional, but I'm really not, especially with that kind of stuff. Normally with that kind of stuff I'm just like really excited. It was just such an amazing moment because it was so surreal that I was actually seeing them. And Carly like slays that entire dance. I love that dance so much, and she's so amazing in it. Well, she's amazing and everything, but you know what I'm saying. And seeing her dance it, like oh my gosh, I can't even explain it. If you've been, or you probably know what I'm talking about. Like you probably had one of those moments. That was just one of those moments I'll never forget, like for my entire life. That was just like, I'm getting deep here, but that was just like an amazing moment, and I'll never forget that moment. I had the meet and greet package, which is the front 3 rows. I had 3rd row very center, so my seats were like right there. And I think Carly found me, and she was making eye contact with me the entire time. Like there's this part in Love Runs Out where she comes forward and she was definitely looking straight at me whenever she did that part, and I kind of died, but it was amazing. And she made eye contact with me throughout the entire show. It was just amazing, and the show was amazing. So yeah, after the show my dad wasn't supposed to pick us up until 10 and it was 9:30. And so we went and waited by the buses where my dad was supposed to pick us up. But I wasn't expecting to meet any of the dancers because they don't normally come out until after the after show. So they normally come out like really late, and it was 9:30. So I'm just standing there, and the first person that comes out is Zach, and I'm like, what the heck? So after that, Jessica comes out, and she was one of the ones I didn't meet at meet and greet. So she comes out and I got to meet her, which was really awesome. And she was really sweet. And then next thing you know, here comes Carly and Bridget, and I was like, I'm done. Carly's like, oh hey Katie, I'll be right back, I just gotta put my stuff down. So a few minutes later they come back out and I give her this huge hug, and I got in trouble with the security people because they were like, you can't go past the end of the tour bus, like you can't go behind the tour buses, but I did. So we talked for a while, and she was like, did you like the show? And I was like, yes, oh my goodness, it was amazing. And then she thanked me for the present again. She's just being really grateful for it. And then I almost forgot, but I told her that I was going to another show on Friday, and she was like, oh my goodness, I hope we get to meet again. And I was like, yeah, me too, like that would be so awesome. And yeah, then like I gave her like one last hug, and it was really sad because I didn't think I was gonna meet her again. We drove back that night, and it took 3 hours to drive back because I live 3 hours away, and we got back at like 1 a.m. I'm not even joking. And then I didn't end up going to bed until literally 5:30 a.m. and I had to wake up at 6:30 for school, so I got like no sleep. But it's alright because I met them and it was so worth it. Yeah, that's basically my first show, and now I'll explain my second show. So after the show we go back into the auditorium for after show, and for like 10 minutes we're just sitting in there, and then all the dancers like walk out beside us and go into this other room, so they move us into the room where they were selling merchandise. So I went to Valerie first, and I told her about how I drove over 900 miles to come see them twice in the same week. I drove 900 miles, literally, to see them twice, which was so worth it. But anyway, I told her how I was a tapper and stuff, and I told her about how I went to the show, on Sunday, and she was just really fun to talk to, and she's really sweet, and she's like, yes, tappers, yes, tappers squat up or whatever. And then I met, I think, Emilio, and he recognized me from Sunday, the show. And then I met Zach. Oh my goodness, I fell in love with Zach. Like, I love Zach so much. And yeah, he was really cool to meet, and I just love Zach. Oh my goodness, I love Zach. Yeah. After that, I met Jessica, and she recognized me too. She was like, hey, I met you on Sunday, right? And I was like, yeah, like, I met you at the buses. And she's like, yeah, I remember you. And it was really funny because she was wearing pajama pants, and it was just really funny to me. I don't know. And then we talked for a while, and she's really fun to talk to too. I love talking to her. And then after that, I went to Carly, and she gave me this huge hug, and she's like, Katie, oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're here. And I was like, oh my goodness, what's happening? And so we talked for a while, like half of the meet and greet. I'm not even joking, because I really wanted to talk to her, because I knew it was like the very last time that I'd probably ever get to meet her. That's really sad. So we talked about like Dirty Diana. I was telling her how amazing that one was. She's like, yeah, that one's really hard. I was like, I can tell. Like, I don't really remember exactly what we talked about. Well, we talked about a lot of stuff because we talked for like 10 minutes. And my mom just kind of kept the conversation going because she knew I wanted to keep talking to her. So yeah, then after that I met Tanisha, and she's such a sweetheart. Like, I didn't get to meet her at my first show, but she's so sweet, and I love Tanisha. She's easily one of my favorite girls, besides Carly, obviously. But anyway, yeah, after that, everyone was leaving, and I was like the last person in there who had after show. As we were leaving, Carly gives me another hug, and she's like, thank you so much for coming again. Like, she's being really grateful, and I like almost started crying. And then Teddy gave me this huge hug, and he's like, thanks for coming again. I can't believe you drove that far. I don't even know how he knew that, because I didn't even meet him barely at the first show, and then at the second show I hadn't talked to him until then. So yeah. But basically that's what happened, and it was amazing. It was an amazing experience that I will never forget, and I'm so thankful that that happened. Yeah. So yeah, that was my experience with both of my shows. Ninth question is, who was the funniest? Teddy and Emily were really funny, and so were Rudy and Jackie. Like, it wasn't even something in particular they did. They just had a funny personality. Best hugger, there was like a lot. Rudy, Tanisha, Carly, and Teddy were all really good huggers. Like, they give the best hugs. Then favorite girl to meet, Carly, obviously, because we talked the most, and I love Carly so much. She's like my favorite person. And then Jessica. Jessica was really fun to meet. I love Jessica too. Those are my two favorite girls. Favorite guy to meet, definitely Emilio. He's awesome. I love Emilio so much. And I really like meeting Casey too. 13, did you bring gifts? Yes, I brought a gift, or a few gifts for Carly. And in it was a scrapbook, and okay, I'll go through what I did for the scrapbook. So I put her journey through the show, and then I put like some collages that I made, and then I put a lot of fan messages. Like, there was like probably close to 30 fan messages at the end of the scrapbook, and then I put a really long written message from me. And then I also put like photo pages so she could like put pictures in throughout tour, just like something cool to do. So yeah, that's the only gift I brought. And then I also put in there, I put candy and Cheerios because she loves Cheerios, and a unicorn pillow pet, and I have one too, so we're like twinning, and it's kind of cool. So yeah, that's the only gift that I brought. Number 14, how did you meet them? At the first show, I had the meet and greet package, and then at my second show, I had after show. 15, who was the loudest? Definitely Rudy. He was so loud, like I was telling you. He was just like the life of the party, and it was great. I love Rudy. Number 16, cutest couple. They aren't dating because Carly has a, I almost said girlfriend. Carly has a boyfriend, sorry. And yeah, but Carly and Casey, they were together the entire meet and greet at my first show, and they were just so cute. Like, they were hugging on each other, and it was just the cutest thing. Number 17, favorite outfit, girl, guy. All the girls had really cute outfits, but if I had to pick one, probably Jackie's, because it was just really cute. It was like this lace crop top, and then she had a black and white skirt, long skirt. It was really cute, and it was actually Carly's outfit. All the girls trade outfits, and then also Carly's. I loved Carly's because our colors were kind of like matching a little bit, so I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, all the guys were basically the same thing, so I can't really pick, but yeah, they all had fine outfits, I guess. I don't know. Number 18, and this is the last question, who was the nicest? Carly. I talked to her the longest, so I got to know her the best. My stomach keeps growling. Shh, shh. Anyway, I talked to her the longest and stuff, and she's just so down to earth and so genuine and sweet, and she makes you so comfortable when you're around her. So yeah, definitely Carly. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and sorry it's so long. I know it's gonna be really long, but oops, sorry. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great time. So You Think You Can Dance show. Bye guys. I'm gonna insert pictures now.
Okay, bye.